Think about all the money you've ever earned from jobs, spent on things, or received as gifts or payments. Every time money comes to you and leaves your hands, that's what we're talking about. Now, imagine adding up all of that money over your entire life. The big question is, how much of that money do you still have left now? Let's say you made $20,000 last year and you're 25 years old now. Picture yourself at 18, receiving your first payment of $50. Now, add up all the money you've earned from then until today. It could be something like $200,000 or $350,000 or maybe more or less. But the real question is, out of all that money you earned in your life, how much do you still have? You might not have given it much thought, but it's worth considering because the answer might surprise you. Think about it. In just 1 year, a regular person spends lots of money on food, housing, getting around, and other basic stuff. Over your whole life, that adds up to hundreds of thousands of dollars, or even more. And that's not even counting the extra cash we spend on fun stuff like clothes, movies, and trips. So here's the big question. Are you happy with how much money you have left after all that spending? If you're not feeling too thrilled about it, it might be because you haven't mastered the rules of handling money well. In this video, I'm excited to share with you 25 fundamental principles about money that can significantly impact your financial well-being and help you lead a prosperous life. If you've ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly accumulate wealth while others struggle to make ends meet, understanding and mastering these money rules can make a huge difference. Stick around until the end, and I'll guide you through each rule so you can position yourself for financial success. Rule number 1, the more you learn, the more you earn. In today's competitive world, it's crucial to focus on learning skills that truly add value to your life. With the job market being tough and competition fierce, simply acquiring knowledge isn't enough. You need to learn things that can benefit you practically. The good news is, there are numerous ways to acquire valuable skills without breaking the bank. The internet is a treasure trove of free courses covering a wide range of topics, from basic computer science to advanced subjects like web design, business accounting, or finance. Additionally, there are plenty of valuable books available online, such as The Richest Man in Babylon or Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Remember, every experience in life is an opportunity for growth and learning. The more you expand your knowledge and skills, the better equipped you'll be to succeed financially and contribute to others' lives. So seize every chance to learn and grow, because in the journey of life, continuous learning opens doors to greater earning potential and opportunities to make a positive impact. Rule number 2, money will not solve your insecurities. It's a tough truth, but money won't fix your insecurities. Sure, you might think that buying fancy stuff like a flashy car or a big house will make you feel better, but in reality, it won't. That's because money can't buy self-esteem or happiness. If you're always comparing yourself to others and feeling like you're not good enough, no amount of money will change that. The only way to really tackle your insecurities is to face them head on. That means accepting yourself for who you are and learning to love yourself. Otherwise, you'll just keep chasing after more and more stuff, hoping it'll fill the void inside you. But it won't. So instead of relying on material possessions to make you happy, focus on building up your self-esteem and finding joy in the little things. If you agree that money can't buy self-esteem or happiness, let me know in the comments below. And if you have any insights or tips on this topic that could help others, please share them. Let's support each other in learning to love ourselves for who we are, not what we have. Rule number 3, money is a game of life. Money is often likened to a game of life because no matter how much you save or how wisely you invest, there's always more to gain and more to lose. It's a continuous cycle where the goalposts keep shifting. Even if you automate tasks or reduce your workload, the game never truly ends. Just take a look at the richest people in the world. They continue working even when they don't need to. But here's the good news. Money doesn't have to be a source of stress or anxiety. With the right mindset, it can actually be quite enjoyable. Instead of seeing money as an adversary to be defeated, think of it as a challenge to conquer. Approach it with a positive attitude, and you might find that managing your finances becomes a rewarding part of life's journey. By the way, if you're enjoying the money rule tips so far and want more videos like this, subscribe to the channel and hit the like button so I know. Rule number 4, don't let anyone know you have money. In today's world where money often determines social status, it's common for people to brag about how much they earn. However, from my own experience, I've learned that it's crucial to keep your wealth private. If others know you have money, they might constantly ask you for favors or loans, and you could end up surrounded by people who only want to take advantage of you. While boasting about money might feel good in the moment, it can lead to problems later on. It's not just about having fancy things. If you show off your wealth, it can make others feel inferior, jealous, or resentful, which can strain relationships and make it hard to make genuine friends. So, instead of flaunting your wealth, it's better to stay humble and appreciate what you have without drawing attention to it. This way, you can maintain better relationships and avoid the downsides of showing off your money. Rule number 5, invest time before investing money. Many people believe that having money is the primary factor in generating more wealth, but the truth is that time can often be a more valuable asset. Take, for example, the idea of investing time in learning about personal finances, investments, and budgeting. This investment of time can yield significant returns as it empowers individuals to make better financial decisions and steer clear of costly mistakes. Even for those already well-versed in finance, dedicating time to exploring new investment opportunities can further bolster their assets. While there are instances where it makes sense to invest money instead of time, such as hiring professionals for tasks requiring specialized skills or in time-sensitive situations, it's generally wise to invest time in learning before committing money to unfamiliar ventures. By prioritizing learning and understanding, individuals can make informed choices and safeguard their financial well-being in the long term. Rule number 6, money is a game. Think of money like a game. The more you play, the better you get. Just like any game, even if you start out as a beginner with practice, you can become really good at it. Money has its own set of rules, just like any game. For example, in chess, you can only move one piece at a time. If you try to move 2 pieces at once, you'll get penalized. Similarly, with money, one basic rule is that you need to save before you can spend or invest. The great thing about the money game is that you can learn how to play it well. Once you understand the basics, you can start figuring out your own strategy to win. So, even if you're not great with money right now, with practice and understanding the rules, you can improve your financial situation over time. The next money rule is become friends with those who are making money. If you're aiming to make money, it's smart to surround yourself with people who already know how to do it. Here's why. When you're around folks who are successful in making money, you're likely to pick up valuable insights and strategies from them. Now, it's not as simple as just approaching a wealthy person and expecting them to mentor you. But by building relationships with people who have experience and success in the financial world, you greatly increase your chances of learning and achieving your own financial goals. So don't hesitate to connect with individuals who seem to have a good grasp of money matters. It could be the first step on your journey toward financial success. Rule number 8. The greatest creations of wealth occurred during crises. The Great Recession of 2008 was a tough time that many people still vividly remember. Countless individuals faced job losses, foreclosures on their homes, and the loss of their life savings. It was a period marked by immense challenges and uncertainties. However, amidst the hardships, there were also opportunities for those who knew how to seize them. Surprisingly, economic crises like the recession can present unique chances to make significant money. While it may seem counterintuitive, some of the greatest wealth creations happen during times of financial downturn. During a market crash, when everyone is selling in a panic, savvy investors have the opportunity to scoop up valuable assets at heavily discounted prices. By buying stocks or properties when they're at their lowest, these investors position themselves to reap substantial profits once the market rebounds and prices rise again. So, while economic crises bring hardship for many, they also offer potential rewards for those who are prepared to capitalize on the opportunities they present. Rule number 9. When it comes to saving, you have to start little by little. Chris Raining, a renowned investor and writer, achieved millionaire status and retired at the young age of 37, thanks to his smart saving habits. His advice for those looking to follow in his footsteps is to start saving little by little. One of his top money-saving tips is to focus on cutting out small expenses, like that daily $5 coffee. Raining suggests this approach because many people try to save money by making big, drastic changes to their lifestyle. However, these drastic changes often leave people feeling overwhelmed and eventually cause them to give up on their savings goals. By focusing on cutting out small expenses, even if they don't seem significant at first, you can save both time and money. Once you've mastered the art of reducing these small expenses, you may find that making larger changes to your spending habits isn't as daunting as it once seemed. So start small and watch your savings grow over time. Rule number 10. Control yourself. Many people think that managing personal finances is all about numbers, calculating interest rates, analyzing investments, and creating budgets. While these things are important, they're not the most crucial aspect of personal finances. The real key is self-control. If you can manage your emotions, you'll make better decisions with your money. For example, when you're scared, you might panic and sell all your stocks when the market crashes. Or when you're greedy, you might buy overpriced stocks just because everyone else is buying them. As someone once said, the inability to control our emotions is often what leads to problems. So it's not just about making more money, it's also about controlling what you already have. And that starts with controlling yourself. By staying calm and rational, you'll make smarter financial choices and set yourself up for long-term success. Rule number 11. Spend less than you earn. When it comes to managing your money, the golden rule is simple. Spend less than you earn. It may sound obvious, but sadly, many people don't follow this rule. They get caught up in the allure of money and end up spending more than they make. Why does this happen? Well, there are a couple of reasons. First, some people believe they can always earn more money if they keep spending. They think that eventually they'll find a way to make enough to cover their expenses. But that's not always the case. Secondly, many people let their emotions control their spending. They see something they want, and they buy it without considering whether they can actually afford it. This can be a dangerous habit because it often leads to debt and financial problems. There's no magic formula for spending less, but here's a good rule of thumb. If you're struggling to make ends meet each month, focusing on increasing your income might be the best solution. However, if you already have a decent income and want to save more money, then cutting back on your spending is the way to go. It's all about finding the right balance between what you earn and what you spend to ensure financial stability and peace of mind. The next rule I have for you when it comes to mastering the rules of money is that as you get older, your expenses increase. As time goes on, your expenses tend to increase, whether due to inflation or simply because your tastes evolve and you desire more refined things. It's natural to want to improve and have a more comfortable life, So we work hard to earn more money to afford better things and enjoy a higher quality of life. But have you noticed that each year you find yourself spending more and more? It's not just because the cost of living goes up due to inflation. It's also because our desires and aspirations grow as we get older. We see others around us with nice possessions, and we want them too. So we often end up working longer hours to earn more money and fulfill those desires. However, it's important to realize that if your expenses keep growing, but your income doesn't keep pace, it can become challenging to make progress and break free from this cycle. That's why it's crucial to be mindful of your spending habits and take precautions to ensure your financial stability. Rule number 13, do not fly first class. Many people splurge thousands of dollars on first-class flights when they could spend much less for the same journey. But is it really worth it? Let's break it down. Imagine you travel about 8 times a year, and each first-class flight costs $2,000. That's a total of $16,000 spent in a single year. Now consider what else you could do with that money. You could invest it in starting a new business and potentially earn much more over time. Or if you already have a business, you could use that money to hire additional employees to improve your results. Alternatively, you could invest in finance classes to enhance your money management skills. The reality is, flying in economy class may not be as luxurious, but you'll still reach your destination. It might be a bit uncomfortable for a few hours, but you'll get there. Ultimately, it's up to you how you spend your money, but it's important to think long-term and consider the potential benefits of investing wisely. Rule number 14, study your politicians. If you want to save more money, it's important to pay attention to your politicians' financial proposals. Many people overlook this, but understanding the financial plans of the politicians you vote for is crucial. Your vote shouldn't just be based on party affiliation. It should also consider the financial impact of a politician's policies. If a politician's philosophy is to heavily tax their constituents, you need to be aware of it before casting your vote. Don't be swayed by empty promises and rhetoric. Take the time to study the financial proposals of the politicians you're considering voting for. By doing so, you can be better prepared for any financial changes that may occur and potentially save yourself a lot of money in the long run. So, before heading to the polls, make sure to do your homework and understand the financial implications of your vote. Rule number 15. Wealth accumulates over time. Wealth doesn't happen overnight. It takes time and patience to build up. Just like you can't grow a tree overnight, you can't build wealth quickly either. It requires consistency and perseverance to see significant results. Take Warren Buffett, for example. He's known as one of the greatest investors ever. He started investing at just 11 years old, buying his first shares for $38 each. Now, his net worth is over $108.2 billion. Imagine if you had started investing just $100 when Buffett was 11. With the power of compounding, you'd likely have a substantial amount of money today, especially if you reinvested your dividends over the years. In fact, you might even have more than $1 million. So, if you want to build wealth, start investing as soon as you can and let compounding work its magic over time. The key is to be patient and consistent, and you'll see your wealth grow gradually. Rule number 16. Do not let your money get bored. Think of money like a muscle that needs to be exercised regularly to stay strong. If you leave your money sitting around without using it, it loses its value over time. Here's an example. Imagine you have $100 in your savings account and you don't touch it for 10 years. Even though you still have that $100, it won't buy you as much as it used to because things get more expensive over time due to inflation, rising property prices, and higher living costs. But if you had invested that same $100, maybe in starting a small business, over those 10 years, you could have made a significant profit. So, the lesson here is not to let your money get bored by leaving it idle in a savings account. Instead, divide it up. Set aside some for emergencies and invest the rest to protect it from losing value and potentially make more money. If anyone knows other smart ways to save and grow money, feel free to share your tips below. Let's learn from each other and become better at managing our finances. The next money rule is: focus on your finances. It's natural to feel a twinge of jealousy when your best friend buys a shiny new car while you're still driving the same old one. But remember this important financial advice: don't compare yourself to others. Comparing yourself to others, especially when it comes to finances, can lead to all sorts of problems. It might tempt you to make impulsive or unwise decisions, or even become fixated on things you can't afford. Just because someone else spends their money a certain way doesn't mean you have to do the same. Instead of worrying about what others are doing, focus on your own financial situation and what will help you achieve your goals. Maybe upgrading your car isn't the right move for you right now, and that's okay. Remember that everyone's financial journey is different, and what matters most is making decisions that align with your own priorities and values. Rule number 18: money is neutral. Some people say that money is the root of all evils, but that's not quite true. Money itself isn't good or bad. It's more like a tool that people use. It's the way people choose to use money that determines whether it's used for good or bad. Similarly, having money doesn't change who a person is at their core. It simply amplifies their existing traits. For instance, if someone is kind and generous, having money gives them the ability to do even more good in the world by helping others and making a positive impact. But if someone is selfish and greedy, having money can make those qualities even worse, leading them to take advantage of others and hoard resources for themselves. So, it's important to remember that money itself isn't the problem. It's how people choose to use it that matters. It's up to each individual to use money responsibly and ethically, to ensure it's used for the greater good rather than causing harm. Rule number 19: money flows towards those who know how to handle it. There's an old saying that goes, if you want to have money, create things for which people want to give you money. And it's true. Money tends to flow from those who aren't good at managing it to those who are. For example, imagine you create a new app that helps people save both time and money. People would be eager to use your app because it makes their lives easier. And when they see how much money they're saving thanks to your app, they gladly pay for it. So, if you're looking to make money, focus on creating something valuable that people are willing to pay for. That's the surest way to attract money to come your way. Rule number 20: prioritize investments in yourself. Investing in yourself is one of the best investments you can make. Whether it's through education, training programs, or personal development activities, allocating resources to improve your skills and knowledge can yield significant returns in the long run. Consider taking courses or workshops that enhance your expertise in your field or develop new skills that align with your career goals. Investing in self-improvement can lead to better job opportunities, higher income potential, and increased job satisfaction. Remember, you are your most valuable asset, so don't hesitate to invest in yourself to unlock your full potential and achieve financial success. Rule number 21: diversify your income streams. Relying solely on one source of income leaves you vulnerable to financial instability. Instead, aim to diversify your income streams to spread risk and increase stability. Explore opportunities to generate passive income, such as rental properties, dividend-paying stocks, or online businesses. Additionally, consider pursuing freelance work or part-time gigs in areas where you have skills or expertise. By diversifying your income streams, you not only create multiple sources of revenue, but also increase your resilience to economic downturns and unexpected financial challenges. Rule number 22: Practice delayed gratification. In today's world of instant gratification, practicing delayed gratification can be a powerful tool for building wealth. Instead of succumbing to impulse purchases or indulging in immediate pleasures, learn to delay gratification and prioritize long-term goals. Set aside a portion of your income for savings and investments before spending on discretionary items. By delaying gratification and focusing on long-term financial objectives, you can build wealth steadily over time and achieve greater financial security. Remember, patience and discipline are key to mastering delayed gratification and reaping the rewards of financial success. Rule number 23. Leverage the power of compounding. The power of compounding is a fundamental principle in wealth building. By reinvesting your earnings and allowing them to generate additional returns over time, you can exponentially grow your wealth. Start investing early and regularly contribute to your investment accounts to maximize the benefits of compounding. Even small contributions made consistently can accumulate significant wealth over the long term. Take advantage of investment vehicles like retirement accounts, index funds, and compound interest-bearing accounts to harness the power of compounding and accelerate your journey to financial independence. Rule number 24. Practice gratitude and contentment. While striving for financial success is important, it's equally essential to cultivate gratitude and contentment along the way. Appreciating what you have and finding joy in life's simple pleasures can enhance your overall well-being and satisfaction. Avoid falling into the trap of constant comparison and chasing after material possessions as a source of happiness. Instead, focus on cultivating meaningful relationships, pursuing personal passions, and embracing experiences that bring fulfillment and joy. By practicing gratitude and contentment, you can achieve a greater sense of happiness and satisfaction regardless of your financial circumstances. Remember, true wealth encompasses more than just monetary assets. It encompasses a rich and fulfilling life. Rule number 25. Learn to do something that not many people can do. In a world where many things are mass-produced, it's easy to forget that rare or hard-to-find things are often more valuable. That's why learning to do something that not many people know how to do can make you more valuable and indispensable. There are plenty of skills you can learn to increase your value in the eyes of employers or potential partners. For instance, learning to code or becoming an Excel expert are unique skills that can set you apart. Additionally, being fluent in more than one language is highly valued in today's world. So don't underestimate the power of learning something new. It could be the key to unlocking greater opportunities in your career or personal life. Remember, mastering the rules of money is essential for financial success. Take some time to analyze which of these rules you're already following well and which ones you need to work on. By making the necessary adjustments and following these rules, you'll be on your way to achieving financial prosperity. I recommend you watch the next video in our series. Don't hesitate to share this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts in the comments section.